Hello and welcome. I'm Christopher Wellblood from BT Wholesale. We've assembled 4 of our biggest and brightest minds for our first ever BT Wholesale Hotseat Challenge. 60 seconds on the clock. Let's go.
One size does not fit all.
The migration process is simpler than most people think.
Kenny, stop writing questions for me.
Right, that's my specialist subject. Okay, I didn't get that.
In first place is